I thought you were... Nah, it's not the same. Anyway, it's not my fault I'm stuck in here. Coffee's in the pot. Thanks. He heads off to the kitchen. Addicts. No coffee for you then? Only when I need to stay up late typing or something. By the way, is there someone I can get on the internet? Somewhere I can get on the internet from here? I know the phones are down, but it might still work. The what? The internet. To send an email? I don't understand. I guess he's not much for computers. I shrug and turn to Linz. Does your connection work? Can I borrow it? What sort of connection? To connect your computer to the network. Which network? The internet! Which internet? Stop playing dumb. If you don't want me using your computer, just say so. Do you know what she's talking about? I'm not sure. How can they possibly not know what the internet is? Something's not right here. The internet, the World Wide Web, the information superhighway, and Al Gore's stupid campaign speeches. Who? For a moment, I'm lost for words. This isn't possible. Albin re-enters carrying a mug and some toast. Morning. Who's the president? What? The president of what? The president of the United States! The United Arab States? I'm not certain. I've never been there. Who rules this country? Queen Charlotte, no, nominally. Ferrari's prime minister, though. I just stare. What's with her? This is the United States of America. We have a president, not a queen. No country has a Queen Charlotte, and everyone knows what the internet is. She's as crazy as Bradley. I'm not crazy! I fetched my purse and dig out what money I had with me. Just a few bills and coins. But they're enough to show the logos and famous figures of the USA. Where did these come from? Plenty of board games print funny money. Not coins! Linz picks up a nickel and eyes it curiously. And these dates are accurate? Why wouldn't they be? They're in the future. Huh? She's supposed to be a time traveler now? Not exactly. Some of these years are real. What year is it for you? 1984. Over 20 years in the past? Well, I guess the computers weren't there until the 90s. Where do you come from? I come from here! I went to high school at St. Theresa's and then to Brick College. And then I went on a drive with Bradley and... There's no school named Brick College near here. I lived here in Memphis my whole life. Memphis was a city in ancient Egypt. This is Chickasaw Oaks. Bradley was right. This house doesn't exist. You're all hallucinations or spirits or something. She's lost it. I can assure you that I am quite real. He touched me earlier when he was setting up the magnets for the test. And Thana goes, but what is he? Do you have any other evidence of your story? Do you have any evidence of yours? I believe I asked you first. I shake out my purse onto the table, revealing a book published in the USA, 1991. A pen, a hairbrush, a keyring, my wallet, with up-to-date bank cards, student ID, and state non-driver's ID. Packet of tissues, a squished pack of vending machine crackers, and of course, my cell phone. I hand over the evidence along with explanations. After I turn on the cell phone, Linz takes it from my hand and stares in fascination. What's so exciting about no signal? Full color and such high resolution? Is something so small? You're really living in the past? You really are living in the past. It's just a toy. I'm sure we could produce a toy like this with dedicated factories, but the cost would be far too much for a prank, even for someone like Nathaniel. Do you truly come from our future, Janet? There wasn't a Queen Charlotte in the 80s either. There hasn't been a king or queen here for over 200 years! A parallel universe? Fascinating. That's impossible. Not impossible, just very, very improbable. Perhaps you judged Bradley's motives too quickly. I never denied a colossal eagle. Bradley! We have to let him out and find out what he knows. He's been researching this. He attacked us. He was scared and confused. He won't do it again. So you're on his side after all? I'm on my side! Something very strange is going on. We should share what knowledge we have. Well, I won't be a part of it. Come on, Lens. If they're letting him out, you'd better make sure that the lab is secure. And just admit that you have a lab. And so your colonies declared independence in the time of King George III? That's right. No American Revolution, no Continental Congress. Instead, they have a country named Atlanta, after the city, and it's part of the British Commonwealth. But the river is still the Mississippi. Was it the same King George that we had? It would seem so. Perhaps this is where our worlds diverged. That depends. Have you ever heard of Shakespeare? What's that? Okay then. Your world is a lot different from ours. Once he heard that Nathaniel and the others might actually believe his story, Bradley was eager to help. He doesn't even seem to hold a grudge for being locked up overnight. 'Cause he's faking. Of course, Nathaniel's not returning Bradley's weapon. I don't know what happened to it. They didn't tell me, which is reasonable. What would you recommend as a good world history text? It'd be interesting to see what else... Don't get distracted, Janet. If this is another world, learning its history won't solve our problems. Which are... How did we get here? What happened to the other people who disappeared? And how do we get home? All very good questions. You. Please, we should not be enemies. Perhaps not. However, I should inform you that the entrance to my laboratory is locked and trapped with a variety of interesting measures. Therefore, if you are here to engage in industrial espionage, you would be advised to reconsider, unless you enjoy excruciating pain, in which case we might be able to devise something more entertaining to do together. You freak! Is this all part of some scheme of yours after all? You may fool them, but you don't fool me! Bradley, stop it! We need his help! He doesn't want us to help. On the contrary, if you have discovered a method of extra-universal travel, I am eager to learn about it. Where is Albin? He still believes that these two are either deranged or unfriendly agents, or both. But you've changed your mind. That's my prerogative. Okay, so, what do we know? We've jumped from our world into yours, and this has probably happened to people before. Bradley, you said people were disappearing every 5 years? And the first one was 25 years ago, right? The first one I could find in the papers. Not every missing person gets news coverage, and it's not always easy to know where someone disappeared from. There could be more. Of course. Why would anything be simple? But did they all come here? Susan said that she saw a large house with lights in the windows, but that's not much of a description. I thought it was this house, but I can't be sure. Susan was your sister? Susan is my sister. She's out there, somewhere. Well, what does she look like? In case someone saw her here. Taller than you, about 5'9", brown hair down past her shoulders, with bright purple streaks, hazel eyes. She had 3 piercings in one ear, and one in the other. The night she went out 5 years ago, she was in a little black dress and a red leather jacket, and her old blue backpack. She'd been out to a party, she was coming back. Her car broke down, she went to the house for help. She was only 20. I'm sorry. If someone like that had knocked on our door, I think I would remember. I didn't live in this province 5 years ago. Neither did Raphael. You might ask Albin, a girl like that, if she'd come to the city, could have ended up running with his friends. What do you mean, a girl like that? Now, don't rush to judgment. I have very fond memories of that kind of girl. You slimy son of a... Quiet. Bradley, he always talks like that. Don't rise to it. Lens, please remember that this young man does not know if his sister is alive or well. Please be gentle with him. My point was only that she sounds like a young woman who prefers entertainment to study. Bradley sighs. It doesn't matter anyway. Susan was going to the house that she saw. If she was never here, and she was thrown into some other universe, there's always hope. She could have arrived at a time when I was away from home. When Len's experiment is complete and the force field is gone, we can contact. Lens glares at Nathaniel, but I'm distracted, as the weight of the matter suddenly settles on my shoulders. We're in another universe, different history, different science, different people. When that force field goes away, we'll still be in another universe. We're not trapped here for 3 days, we're trapped forever. And ever, and ever, and ever. My head spins. Lens is speaking, but I can't hear him. Oddly enough, it's his presence that gives me focus. The last time I panicked, he knocked me out. I don't want him to do it again. I have to think positively. Wait, someone's talking to me. Janet, are you alright? I'm okay. I'm just thinking about our problems, like you said. Your sister has never been able to get home, right? Even if we found her, what do we do then? If we're trapped here, how do we live? My school doesn't exist in this universe. How do I get my degree? Perhaps I could help. We'll find a way out. I got here, didn't I? When everyone said it was impossible. And I didn't even know where I was trying to get to. And now you'll have some intelligent assisting you. Someone intelligent. Bradley glares, but this time he is able to resist Len's taunting. However, for the next 3 days, our focus is still here. The procedure must be completed. But some of us enjoy multitasking. We can't afford to lose you to another universe. Naturally. Nathaniel closes his eyes and takes a deep breath. Bradley, Janet, you are my guests, and I will do what I can for you, so as long as you are respectful to the other members of the house. Please stay out of the basement and don't disturb Lens when he needs to work. Please respect the privacy of others. I understand. Yeah, whatever. I expect you'll be able to find many interesting books here, now that you know where you are, so if you'll excuse us. With a polite nod, Nathaniel exits, and Lens goes with them. Just our luck that we ended up in a universe of force fields and mad scientists, huh? Could be worse. Could be dragons. No, really. A rich guy offering us a place to stay while we search, and a crazy scientist helping us get back. That's about the best I could hope for. So you don't think they're serial killers or ghosts anymore? I don't know anything for certain, but this explanation makes more sense. The simplest explanation is usually true, right? The simplest explanation is that this is all one crazy dream. You don't really think that, do you? Well, you might have slipped something funny into my food at dinner that night, but probably not. We're standing there smiling at each other and thinking about what a wild, mixed-up world it is, and therefore we don't even hear someone else enter the room. Uh-oh. Don't think you're getting off that easily. That easy. Nathaniel's soft. Wants to think everybody's all nicey nice. But I'm not. You're a coward and a liar and a maniac, and I'm not going to forgive what you've done. What about you? You've been hassling ever since we got here. You've punched me in the face. You tried to kill me. I tried to kill you, you'd be dead. They look like they're about to come to blows. What should Janet do? Jump between them? Get Nathaniel? One of them would probably kill the other by the time you bring back Nathaniel, so jump between them. Before this can get any more painfully macho, I rush between them. Janet? Knock it off, you two! Nobody cares that you hate each other! We're all stuck in here, so just shut up! Get out of my way. Make me! This is between him and me. You shut up too! What do you think you're going to accomplish anyway? Knocking each other's teeth out? You'll bleed all over the carpet and you'll still be here. Idiots! Alban raises his hand in surrender and takes a step back. I submit to Janet. I don't like you. You know that? Point made. Just stay out of my way. He leaves the library. Phew. I thought that guy was going to brain me again. If you didn't want to fight, why were you egging him on? Is this just some stupid guy thing? You heard him. He wasn't going to let it go, and sorry wouldn't cut it. Some people keep pushing until you push back. So you have to butt heads? It is a stupid guy thing. Maybe. Was somebody yelling? Raphael peers tentatively into the room. You! Hi! We have a long story to tell you. And I think I'll stop there. I've been playing for definitely over an hour by now. And I'll end it here and continue some other time. But yeah, I really love the story. I think the demo only went as far as to the point where Bradley pulled the gun and they tied him up and we were trying to think of a solution to all this crazy stuff. We never learned in the demo that they're actually in a parallel universe, which is awesome. And she never had a dream about being on fire, being tortured, and then watching Alban and I forgot who married who, but Alban and someone else get married. But that's so pretty awesome. That's definitely the highlight of all this. Well, anyways, thanks for watching, and tell me if you guys like Date Warp and what more. I'll still play more regardless because I love the sci-fi and mystery of this game. And yeah, so I'll save. And a new slot. And thanks for watching again, guys, and bye for now.